Fanboy, 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 fanboy. Sony is going to block used video games on the PS4? Oh, sweet! What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Fanboy Reviews, and the best gaming company in the world, Sony, are basically trying to patent this technology to block used games. And I'll provide a link in the description. You guys can check it out. But basically, they submitted an application for electronic content processing system. And what it will do is basically tie an individual game disc to only a single user account. And this is essentially meant to control, gaming, used gaming and piracy and all that. And they can definitely find a way around that and block people from essentially playing used games on their console. If this happens, I am definitely supporting Sony. Can't wait to buy a PS4. Can't wait to buy only brand new copies of video games. I've talked about this before. I've said that, used video games should be banned. They should be, you shouldn't be allowed to sell used games or buy used games anymore. Because all they do is hurt the freaking companies. It hurts the publishers. It hurts the, even the stores that sell these. Because it's not getting any profits for, the retail store. They're not getting anything out of it. Sony's not making money off of it. So all you, pathetic sacks of crap trying to basically ruin Sony, give me a break here. Come on, man. I mean, if you want to buy a video game, you have to buy it brand new, $60, and plonk down your money, because this is basically how you support the gaming industry. And how this is going to work is, games that are discovered to be tied to another user's account could potentially be rejected. The system works, according to the document, by attaching contactless RF tags to each game, which can be read without a network connection. Alright, and it should definitely be a good thing to, counter against secondhand gaming sales. Because that doesn't count anyway. Nobody keeps track of secondhand or, used games. Games sold on Craigslist and eBay and any of these other places, they don't count it anyway, so who cares? That doesn't matter. Nobody gives a crap. You gotta be a complete broke loser, probably still freaking, living in your parents' house. That's so sad. What kind of pathetic noob still buys used games in 2013? Oh man, you gotta be a freaking, a pathetic sack of crap if you're still paying for used games. Buy them new. That way, if you buy it new, there's so many positives. A brand new fresh disc. No scratches. Everything is sealed. Factory sealed, the plastic. And the joy of opening a brand new game is so satisfying. It's nothing compared to a freaking, a filthy, scratched up, busted, used game. That's pretty sad. A game playing system includes a use permission tag provided for use in a game disc for a user of a game, a disk drive, and a reproduction device for reproducing a game. The disk drive reads out a disk ID from the game's disk. When the game is to be played, the reproduction device conveys the disk ID and the player ID to the use permission tag. The use permission tag stores the terms of use of the game and determines whether a combination of the disk ID and the player ID conveyed from the reproduction device fulfills the terms of use or not. It's definitely gonna be. It's gonna benefit developers. It's gonna benefit the companies. It's gonna benefit the people who are actually making these games and actually, you know, put some money in their pockets that they've earned. Because without the gaming companies, there'd be no games. This is what you pathetic dunces can't realize. You know, all these people that like to abuse the used gaming market and never buy it new? Oh man! That's not a gamer. That's a trader. That's a trader. That's a wannabe gamer. That's a wamer. That's right. A wamer is a wannabe gamer, basically. The electronic content is bought and sold in the second-hand markets or the like. The sale proceeds resulting therefrom are not redistributed to the developers if you sell them used. So yeah, they lose profits, you know, they lose profits. Sony said this patent would effectively suppress the second-hand game market if it ever comes to fruition. And the tech could also apply to images and music. Awesome. So, you know, you're talking about movies and CDs as well. So, you know, I definitely hope it passes. You know, they should definitely implement it on the PS4, the PS5, the PS6, and every other system in the future. But they should have done this 10 years ago. They should have done this ages ago. You know, I mean, look at everybody else who is pro secondhand, who is pro not secondhand sales, but pro anti secondhand sales. Basically, you have Crisis Developer, Director of Creative Development Rasmus Hojengard, Battlefield 3 Executive Producer Patrick Back, THQ Executive Richard Brown, and all these other people, man. I mean, it's like there's so many people that speak out against secondhand sales. If they're all speaking out against it, it's true. It's gotta be true. It's gotta be what's right for business. Because there's no such thing as, like, you know, if you want to watch a baseball game or a football game or a wrestling show, you know, let's say you go to a pay-per-view event live. You go in the arena, you pay your ticket, and that's it. You enjoy it, and then you go home. You can't, you know, resell that ticket and reuse it in a later time. You know what I mean? You can't, like, resell that ticket to somebody else and then at a future pay-per-view, you know, a year from now, 2 years from now, they're not going to be able to use it. So, you know, they make money that way. That's how they make money. And video games should be the same way. You know, you should be able to, once you buy a game, that's it. You know, can't resell it. You know, you're not allowed to resell it. You're not allowed to buy used games that somebody already has in their account. Yeah, this is going to be good for the gaming industry. You know, gaming sales are down, and obviously we want it to go up. We want it to get higher, and this is definitely going to help. This is going to be a part of that. This is going to make video game sales increase, and only a pathetic anti video games type of person, somebody who hates games, is going to be against this. So pick your side. Which side of the pond are you on? Are you pro video games, or do you hate video games? So that's about it for this episode of Fanboy Reviews, and until next time, keep fanboying. Yeah!